Hey guys, Mr.HorrorSaga here. First of all, thank you for tuning in. A lot of thanks for everybody that has listened to episodes over the years. I know it's been like 3, but I still wanted to thank all of you. If you're following, watching, or listening on any platform, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, thank you all so much for even watching and even giving me a listen. I'm just doing this because I used to really love listening to this stuff, and I think I have a pretty decent voice for it. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's jump into our story for the day. I'm a nurse, and I currently work night shifts. It's a total drag, but I'm hopeful I can switch today soon. Some co-workers are planning retirements. Anyway, one night just after 3 a.m., my son's monitor alerted me to a sound and movement. No big deal. He probably coughed loudly, sneezed, something minor. He's 3 now, so he generally sleeps through the night. I bring up the feed on my phone and I see him and my wife sitting on the bed. Again, no big deal. He might have gotten scared. She probably comforted him. I was about to close the app when I noticed something. They were acting strange, almost creepy. And when I say almost creepy, I mean creepy as hell. They were sitting there, both of them, staring directly into the camera, blank, expressionless. The night vision made their eyes look white, eerie, and blinking. They didn't move. They just breathed. I close the app. I call my wife. She answers groggy. Hey, you guys okay? Huh? Yeah. But he came in like 15 minutes ago. Seemed scared, so I let him sleep with me. I just saw them in his room a minute ago. Wait, everything okay? Everybody keeps waking me up. I put her on speaker. I open the camera again. My heart leaps into my throat. They're still there, sitting on the bed, staring. Hello? You guys, I'm looking at this camera and I see you two sitting on the bed. A pause. Huh? No, we're in our bed. I know that's what you mean, but I'm looking at his bed and you two are there. Another pause. Hang on. She brings up the feed on her phone. I hear it. A gasp. Deep, terrified, sheets rustle. The lining goes dead. I call back. No answer. Again. Nothing. Again. Again. Nothing. 14 minutes later, she calls me back. She's hysterical. I can barely understand her. Stop. Slow down. Just for a second. She takes a breath. They're in the car, driving to her parents. She saw them. And when she did, she grabbed our son, bolted downstairs, and ran out. Didn't even close the garage. Don't worry about it, I said. I'll close it when I get off work. You will not go in there. Hell no, I promised. A pause. Why are we on the camera? Is it a recording? I don't know. She slows down. Thinks. Do our code words with Buddy. We have code words because we're nerds. We made them up for fun. Too many movies about imposters, pod people, body snatchers. 3 sentences. Each of us says a part. She tests Buddy. He giggles, like always. He thinks it's a joke. But we don't. Then my wife says our part. I say mine, she's her, she hers, he his. Not my wife, still in the bed. Not my son, still staring. we stay away. It's been 4 days. They haven't moved, not an inch. We haven't gone back. Not once. I check the camera constantly. They're still there, blinking, breathing, waiting. So I ask you, what do we do? I'm sorry it's taken so long. It's been an emotional month. I felt like I'm losing my mind, or already lost it. I've been in the hospital for 3 weeks. You'll remember I left off at my wife's parents' house, not sure what the hell to do. My wife and I argued. My in-laws said, call the priest. I told my wife, we're calling the cops and that's it. The day we finally called the cops was day 6. Not my family was still sitting on the goddamn bed staring at the camera. I told the dispatcher, there are intruders in my house. I left out the parts where they looked exactly like my family. I told her we were out of the house, but I would meet the police there. She dispatched 2 units. My wife begged me not to go. I told her I had a foolproof plan. I'd take her mom's iPhone, FaceTime my wife, and show the police the camera on my phone. They'd see this was a fucked up situation and hopefully proceed with caution. My co-worker friend said he would come with me. My friend and I beat the cops to my house. Like many of you mentioned in the comments, I was packing heat. I have concealed carry, so I had a 1911 45 on me. I wasn't concerned about the cops. I was going to inform them of my permit. What I wasn't going to tell them was that I had my father-in-law's AR in my trunk. It's almost funny how many of you suggested this in my last entry. The cops arrived. I let them know I wasn't armed, then enacted my plan. At first, they didn't believe me. I FaceTimed my wife so they could see for themselves she was not in the house despite what the camera showed. This piqued their interest. So, we sure this isn't a recording? It's not, I said. The day-night cycle has changed every day. Their blinking is erratic, not circle like a loop. I know it's a stupid question, but your wife isn't a twin. I told him no. Then my friend had an idea. Turn up the volume. Let's throw a pebble at the window. He went around back. I turned up the volume. Okay, I'm tossing. We heard a light tick from outside. Then 1 second later, the sound came through the camera on my phone. Not my wife moved at the sound. It was the first time I'd seen her move, aside from when she wasn't on screen that first day. She turned her head slightly towards the window, then back to the camera. Okay, so this is life. Sir, I need you and your friend to stay outside. We're going in. So, should you ask for more units? I asked. Not at this time. We're going to assess the situation first. They don't appear to be armed. I opened the garage, the officer's radio dispatched, and entered the house. A few seconds later, the camera went out. Shit! I yelled. Shit! I yelled to my friend. I popped the trunk, grabbed the AR. We ran into the garage. We got inside just in time to hear a low guttural howl from upstairs. A demonic sound, then gunfire. Need backup! Shots fi- Silence. Oh my god! My friend yelled. He was terrified. So was I. God fucking damn it, I knew it. I said, running up the stairs. My son's room was the first door at the top. I laid into the wall with my rifle. 30 round magazine, felt like I fired 100 shots. Shrieks of pain came from the room. Then, nothing. We found the dead officers. One decapitated, the other impaled. Not my wife was still alive. She lay on the floor, bullet-ridden, breathing heavily. She begged for her life. I don't want to die, honey. I wanted to have more kids. I can't die now. My son lay beside her, dead. His body riddled with bullets, his face unrecognizable. I knew it wasn't him, but it was. My hands were shaking. Not my wife stared at me. Please don't shoot me. Then she stopped begging. She began to shriek. Something black and gray slithered from her mouth, a tentacle. I fired point blank. Her head exploded. I was bleeding, lightheaded. I stepped into the hallway. My door opened. Not me walked out, wearing the exact same thing I was wearing. I froze. It moved towards me. Its right arm turned black, morphed into a tentacle. It impaled me through my stomach, then stabbed my left leg. Why did you kill my family? Its voice shifted. My voice, then deeper. They're normal again. Alternating. I had one chance. I pulled my .45. Shot knocked me in the knee. It howled. I fired 2 more shots into its chest, then one last shot into its face. The cops arrived. I was rushed to the hospital. 3 weeks. Infection. Almost septic. The FBI came, or at least men in suits claiming to be. They said, we don't know what they were. Autopsies revealed organs like ours, but not human. Blood, yellow. Internal structure, green. The government, hush hush. We can't go back. The house, a loss. We'll move on. And as for what they were, we may not know. But if it's aliens, keep your eyes open. They could be out there.